5, 2. Hey everybody, welcome back. We're live. We're back live from stage number 5 here in beautiful Latvia, and just opening up the shots here with the countryside. It's slightly different from where we were this morning at stage number 1, but yeah, stage 5. This is us here. We're kind of set up again. We've removed ourselves round from stage 1. Basically, it's not too far away from where stage 1 was. We've sort of driven round the gravel roads to get here. We've been here for quite some time, listening to all the action unfold from stage number 2 with Julian Porter, who's been talking on ERC radio for quite an extended period of time from stage number 2. Quite a lot of drama. Tell you what, a lot of action happening here. A few punctures being picked up along the way in stage number 2. So the roads here in Latvia are punishing our competitors, but stage 5 is now live this afternoon, and we're getting our teeth stuck into this afternoon loop of stages as we bring through the usual safety cars. The 00 is just here right now. So 17.80 k's in length for this one. 17.80 k's in length. And we were talking about it earlier on, before we get our teeth stuck into this stage proper with the first cars coming through to the end of the stage. Road position is imperative here on these gravel rallies, particularly here in Latvia this weekend. Slicing through the top surface. Johan Bernardo has been having the unenviable task of doing that on the opening stages today. So yeah, just losing seconds after seconds, just basically losing power by sliding on this ball bearingy stuff to try and find the grip underneath. It's been an advantage to run further at the back today, and big fight this afternoon. Efren Lorena, who is kind of experienced on this surface, slowly getting more experienced on this surface, benefiting at the back today. He's second overall, 25th on the road. So we'll be live here this afternoon until Efren comes through, because there's a big fight, big battle. It's 4.9 seconds the gap between Nikolai Gryazin, the little Russian rocket, versus Efren Lorena. Craig Breen showing his experience, certainly showing his experience, and making some calculated decisions, but unfortunately yesterday's qualifying stage he just wasn't quick enough, so lying outside the top 15. But that meant that he had a kind of comfy road position today, using the MRF tyres to bond him to this road. And Breen has gone well for him this morning. It's worked well. He's just 1.4 seconds behind Efren Lorena. So all changed since we were last live earlier on today. Gryazin first, Lorena second, and Craig Breen third. Our championship leader, Alexei Lukanuk, is lying in 4th at the moment. Less talk from the end of the stage. Let's just get ourselves strapped in, go on board, and get the helicopter up, and let's have a look at some of these shots from stage number 5. We'll come back to you in a minute when the first cars are here. No. I'll come back and do some talking in a minute. Bit of a breeze at the end of the first stage of the day today. It's kind of settled down this afternoon. You see the ERC flags just blowing slightly at the end of the stage here, so not much in the way of breeze to blow the dust off the stage this afternoon. So just checking in with some of the pictures at the start of the stage just from our helicopter, and yeah, fairly I'd call it benign weather. You know, there's not much wind to blow the dust away, so could be potentially a little bit of issues. We'll find out when the drivers come through, second and third and fourth drivers come through, to see whether there's hanging dust under the trees, particularly in this sort of little forest section that we've got at the end of this stage. Now stage 5 is using part of stage number 1, which was the opening stage of the day today. So stage 5 is using certain sections of it, but you can see as Chris just zooms the camera in towards the Zero car that's coming towards us. You can see the dust that's coming off the back of that as it comes towards us, but also the rooster tail from the helicopter shots as we follow Johan Bonato through the stage. And again, dusty and hot here in Latvia, but we can't complain, it's absolutely stunning. So at the stop line, it's very, very safe. We're using the old COVID system still. We've got the microphone on the pole to keep our distance from the drivers, keep everybody safe. And we've got, Chris the cameraman, he's got his face mask on. We're all wearing our face masks at the stop line here, those who are working in the open air. Quiet as well in terms of people here, and not so bad. So let's go back on board and have a quick look, see what's happening. Part of the Michelin Talent Factory is Efra and Lorena. We'll talk more about that over the weekend. But Lorena learning these tyres, getting the Michelins planted into the ground. Nikolai Gryazin on the Pirellis leading the rally by 4.9 seconds. Craig Breen on MRF tyres. So 3 different tyre manufacturers holding the top 3 positions of this event this weekend. Now in Poland, just 2 weeks ago, MRF won their first stage wins on gravel, which was good. Let's see how they can continue that success this weekend here in Latvia. First car on the road today is Johan Bonato. He has the Michelins on there. Stage 5 up and running. It's incredible how quiet it is at the stage end, just as we're watching, just like you at home, watching some of these pictures from the helicopter this afternoon as Johan's streaking across the countryside, down through the gearbox, and then hard on the gas one more time. Just using the car, using the brake just to flick it around. Warming up the tyres onto the road section is Alexei Lukanuk. Lukanuk is on and off the brakes, and just to try and get some heat into the rims and into the tyres. Funny, you see with the experience of drivers, some young drivers sometimes think that accelerating hard before a stage and then skidding the car, slamming on the brakes to try and get heat into the outside of the tyres, to help them adhere to the stages. It's not really the best trick. It's accelerate hard, brake hard, accelerate hard, brake hard. Then the brake discs get hot, the brake calipers get hot, and then that heat is then transferred through the wheel rims. So it's kind of more like turning on an oven to heat up your tyres, because the wheel rims stay warm, and then that thus is expelled into the tyres to keep those warm as well. So hard on the brakes and hard off the brakes. This is what Lukanuk was doing just there that you saw on his screen, just to get them nice and warmed up. And then you've got also the added factor of this up to probably 30 degrees Celsius this afternoon, so warm summer temperatures for us at the end of the stage. So get some heat into the tyres from the onboard cameras. Johan Bonato is well into the stage at the moment. Helicopter shots looking a bit like Roadrunner this afternoon. It's hard not to get drawn into watching everything on the technology we've got at the end of the stage. So this stage is just using a couple of sections from stage number 1 this morning. We were talking to the FIA who just drove through here a short while ago. Sections that have been used this morning aren't as rutted up as we were expecting them to be. Not so bad. So there's a combination of swept surface with good grip and then new surface that needs to be cleaned off. So the drivers need to adapt their driving style just to get the right level of commitment without losing too many seconds in here. So say 17 kilometres this stage. Cars have been out at the remote service today, so the cars were transported up this morning to the Talsey airfield, so just over 2 hours of driving this morning with the ERC cars on the back of transporters to bring them up to the Talsey airfield. The crews came up in their vans with their tools for the remote service, and with the remote service, cars can only use the spare parts that they carry with them from this morning. So that is the way it was. So you're just seeing some onboard shots a short while ago of Fabio and Crime just leaving the Talsey airfield to drive down to the start of this stage on the road section. So we've got onboard cameras, we've got the helicopter up in the air, we've got Chris at the end of the stage, we've got Raphael also at the start of the stage, so we're trying to bring you as much coverage of Rally LIEPΑJA this weekend. It's the calm before the storm at the stop line of the stage. It's kind of a lonely place here at the moment because after all the zero cars come through, the 000, the 00 and the zero car, there's no one here. We've got the marshals over on the left hand side. Marshals on the left hand side with the timing board, so they're ready to write the time on the board. We've got the guys from Pirelli who have just turned up. We've got some other guys as well, just in Tabal's just doing some social media streaming, I think, at the moment. And that's it. The rattle of the generator from our ERC arch set up here. And that is it. Nothing else to report on at the moment. And just like you at home, we're in anticipation to see how this rally continues this afternoon. Will Lukanook be able to fight? Will Mikkelsen be able to respond? Will Mikko Marchak be able to show his stunning performance once again? See how Efra Lorena gets on this afternoon. We're going to have to wait quite some time for the guys at the back to come through to the end of the stage here. But at the moment, as it stands, out in front here on Rally LIEPΑJA for the 2021 edition, Nikolai Gryazin is in front by 4.9 seconds over Lorena. Craig Breen is in third position overall. Will that change? Stick with us. Right, so Johan slices the timing beam, the first car's here. That void that we've just had of nothing happening apart from just those amazing pictures from our Eurosport helicopter. Johan comes to the end of the stage with that unenviable task of sweeping the road clear. Let's have a quick look around the back of the car while he just organises himself. Looks like the rear door hasn't closed on the back right. Johan opens his door already. Johan back out again after the remote service. How was it?
One more stage to clean and then it will be okay. I think we can eat on a very clean table. We can eat on the floor, maybe. Good
fun, no problems?
Yeah, everything is okay. I enjoy this condition. It's not good for the performance, but for driving it's good.
What about the remote service? Did you change the setup of the car in the remote service? Did you change in the remote service? Did you change the setup of the car? Change the ride height?
Yes, a bit, but just some small things, not very important change.
Happy? He's happy. There we go. Johan's through. See the dust in the front rims here. So the first driver's through with a time of 9:29.5, so that's the benchmark, and we know it's only going to get quicker from here onwards. It's going to be crazy speeds later on. Johan's through, nothing really to report from him. Second on the road, Norbert Herzig from Hungary, regular on the ERC, comes into the stop line. The car looks so clean. A little bit of grass in the front from cutting. Norby, talk to us, how was it?
Everything was okay. Many place was very clean. I didn't think that the stage will be more clean, but our speed was okay, and we changed a little our car, and we are here. This is important.
And just in Hungary, I can't speak this afternoon. In Hungarian, how was that?
Hello, srácok. Próbáljuk tartani a tempót. Próbálunk valahogy a 15-ön túl maradni, nehogy véletlenül belekeveredjünk oda a nagyobb dolgába, és holnap, hogyha jó rajtpozíciónk van, akkor lehet, hogy van esélyünk lenni egy 10 alá, úgyhogy próbáljuk tartani. Köszönjük!
So Herzig is through and happy. On his way, no damage, just a little change to his car also in service, but nothing major. I think most of the drivers are happy with everything. Nothing really has changed from the first pass to the second this afternoon. So even though we're using this stage is using part of stage number 1 this morning, there's nothing really too much to fiddle about with these cars. If you're happy with the setup, then just drive the car and adapt your driving style a little bit to the car rather than changing the car to your driving style. Umberto Scandola, next one comes through. Another Hyundai. Just a little bit of damage in the back rear wing here, just where one of the gravel guards has fallen down. Umberto, how did you get on?
No problem, because we went out of the road, stopped the engine, pushed the button, don't restart, and we lost more time.
In Italian.
Siamo usciti di strada in una destra che chiudeva e abbiamo spento il motore, abbiamo perso parecchio tempo.
So Scandola out of the road, just trying to restart the Hyundai and it failing to fire up, so losing some time on there. We'll wait for his time to come up onto the board, and so out of the road, so dropping time Scandola, 11 minutes, sorry, not 11 minutes, no, 11.4 seconds slower than Johan, who is fastest through at the moment. So out of the road, the first one. We're just going to walk back up here just a minute, Chris, just because we seem to be getting closer to the arch, just so we get the drivers to stop here, and the marshals and the guys looking after the times at the end of the stage don't have to walk too far. So as long as you're okay with that, yes, good. Eric Sykes clears the stage coming towards us. Eric also just showing a little bit of his naive rookie ability yesterday, and not having a particularly good qualifying stage and suffering with having road position today further down, not where he wanted to be. Okay, he's through. See how they've been pushing just with the dust that's on the side of the car. Yeah, and you're all Johan? No, you're Eric, aren't you? Eric, how was it? All good?
Yeah, I was probably too careful on some places, and that's the reason why the time is not good. But yeah, I really don't know why the time is looking like that. But anyway, quite enjoyable stage. It was good that some places there was a good grip, but I didn't expect so much grip. But anyway, some parts we clean again, so 50 to 50.
Are you driving on your limit, or are you just a little bit scared in places, so you're backing off?
Where I'm building the grip for other guys, I'm a bit scared because I don't want to crash, and the grip is changing a lot. On the good places I'm trying to push, but yeah, I need to manage to push probably better.
Okay, all right, good luck on the next one. That's Eric then, where experience comes in on this kind of stuff. Eric's just trying to manage the grip, and yeah, so his time's not so good, as he says. Right, swing the camera around back into the stage, and another one comes towards the end of the stop line. Eric is next up, another one of our Finns. Water dripping out the front of this car, so you can see, Chris, if you just zoom in on the front of the car, he's missing the grille at the front. So I don't know whether you see we've got water dripping out here, but also the protector's gone out at the front. So with water dripping, see if the engine temperature's up. Eric, just looking at the front of the car, there's water dripping out of it, and you're missing the guard on the front. Did you hit anything?
Okay, I don't know what happened, but grip was better than first loop. But we'll check it out.
Okay, he's going to go. He's going to go. So there's just it doesn't look like they've had the washer bottles on in here. So we'll just see as he pulls forward. Just there you go. So Eric wasn't aware of what had happened. So he's, but also there wasn't an alarm, an engine temperature alarm on the dashboard. So yeah, he'll go and have a look at that. But just the grille that sort of protects the radiator matrix was missing, and with the water coming out. So I don't know whether a stone's gone in there and just punctured the radiator. I remember it was a few years ago in Poland, in Rally Rzeszów. It was Breen who hit something in the stage, punctured the radiator, and they were trying to repair it on the road section, and using chewing gum. Went into a local shop, bought a lot of chewing gum, chewed it up in their mouths to use that as a makeshift glue. So we'll see what Eric does later on the tracker as well. Neil comes in now. Right. All okay for him. His grille's looking good on the front. Everything's there. A little bit of bush stuck in the front. Not you see here. So there's obviously something on a cut somewhere. Just a little bit of weeds and debris in there. Let's have a word with Neil. Could be that Eric might have hit the same sort of area in a cut. Neil, everything okay in there? Were there some deep cuts, a little bit of grass in the front? What happened?
Yeah, as always, we are cleaning again, so it's lucky for us that we have 10 kilometers that it's already clean, but disaster. That bad qualification we have done, it's affecting a lot, so it's like it is. It's our fault. So it's like that.
Okay, learning every time. Right. Okay. So yeah, disaster with this road section. So 10 kilometers of road that's already cleaned for them. The rest of it's new. So sliding around all over the place. But Niels Solons is out and on his way. Just need to check the messages, make sure there's nothing exciting coming in. Mikkelsen in the stage, Lukkenuk in the stage. Our experience fight at the top is certainly on this afternoon. Waiting for LIEPÄJA to arrive. And just like that, he comes into sight at the stop line, slowly bringing the car to the end of the stage. Letting the fans work hard inside the engine there, just to get a little bit of air through the engine, just to bring it off competition speed and just bring the temperature down so you don't get heat soaked at the end of the stage. Raul is here. Car looks good all round. Raul, how was that for you?
Already better. If some section of from the States already second round, it's much more enjoyable. And but anyway, so fast, very tricky, very good. I like it very much.
So it's not too fast for you in places?
No, it's can be faster. Okay, but I think it's this kind of stages everybody is not very comfortable at maximum fastest, but this is enjoyable and this rally I like it very much.
Have you brought the Skoda onto the limiter? Have you been on the engine limiter at places?
Yeah, a couple of times already, first run and now also, and this is not let's say it's not the most comfortable feeling, but I don't know, in the center of Europe it's not very usual, but here it's okay.
And what speed is that? About 182 kilometers an hour?
I don't know what is the maximum speed of this car. This old version car you saw the speedometer, but now it can check from data later. But I think 180 and up something. But it's not the target important what is maximum speed. Important what kind of corners you can drive with this speed, and this is the point of a rally.
Good point, not going flat out into the fields. Nice one, Raul. See you later on. Thanks. That's Raul LIEPÄJA. Not the point of the rally to go flat out, because you've got to do the corners as well. Next up at the end of the stage is Simone Tempestini. Car looks good. Just swapping the tyres around from earlier on today. Studying the time on the board. Simone, problems in there?
Yeah, it's not like we want. We are trying to find a better grip. We are still working on it.
Very dejected for Simone Tempestini. Not what he wants. He needs to be up there fighting at the top, but just not getting the level of grip that he wants here. Let's just flash the times up for Tempestini. Wait for the system to just refresh at the end of the stage. Yeah, 5th fastest through. We're expecting him to be a little bit quicker on this this run, stage number 5, 17.80 kilometers in length. Niels Solons is fastest through so far, setting a time of 9 minutes 21.2. But it's going to get quicker. Next one comes to the end of the stage. Some beautiful pictures this afternoon that you can see on your TV screens. Ollie Christian's in next. Door open immediately. Ollie, how did you get on after lunch, after service? All okay?
All okay. I struggled with the pop-off before service, and I still have a couple of openings, so it's a bit shame because I'm losing some time on that. For sure, a lot of cleaning on this new part, so but okay, I'm quite happy.
Where is the pop-off popping off? Is it in the high RPM, high gears?
No, it's the lower RPM, so in the or not hairpins, but the slower corners, and so I always have to use one gear lower. So it's a bit annoying. That's not how I want to drive.
All right, thank you. So yeah, having problems with the pop-off valve in the lower gears and the lower RPM. So having to drive the car one gear lower than he should be, which is frustrating for him, and then that just shows in the time. However, he is fastest through so far with a 9 minutes 17.9, so through there, so just 3.3 seconds quicker than Neil Solondz. So he moves on. I'd talk about some of the pictures that we've got at the end of the stage, but my equipment is so hot in the sun, it's stopped working now, so there we are. I'm flying solo at the moment. Right, let's hear what the Russian rocket has to say. We saw him warming his tyres up before going into the stage. Now he's through it. The car looks good as he brings the Santalock prepared Citroen to the stop line. Alexei, how was it? Big fight this afternoon with the young guns?
Who is young guns?
Nikolai. Nikolai's fast.
Nikolai is fast, yes. Pretty upset actually with Lorena and Breen for cheating, so I think we need to do something with that for the next events. But for us it was good, clean run. Enjoyed a lot.
Enjoying the fight though?
What?
You enjoying the fight?
Yes, of course.
Good, that's good. Okay, keep smiling. Right, thanks very much. So yeah, so just to touch on that, Lukanek saying that he's not too happy with Lorena and Breen for, in Lukanek's words, for cheating. The qualifying stage is run on Thursday afternoon, and the top 15 drivers through the stage, fastest through, they get to choose their road position for day number 1. Now, with those 15 drivers, the idea is Lukanek, Gryazin, Mikko Marchek, everybody flat out. And then last night on the beach, we had the bonnet of a car set up, and the drivers then wrote their name, chose their position for today. Because of road position, it's and it's a gravel rally, it makes sense to drive further back. So the fastest in the qualifying stage should theoretically be 15th on the road. And that is where Mikko Marchek is today. And just some of the drivers outside the top 15 don't qualify, such as Craig Breen, Efra and Lorena, and today they benefit from being further back on the road. Mikkelsen's here, door open. Andreas, after lunch, then after service, how was it for this one?
It was okay. We had an okay stage, so happy enough with that. It was very rough in the beginning, some corners there. I backed off, not to get any punctures, but it was okay.
And with your first time tackling this rally, are you surprised at the speed of the stages?
I'm struggling to hear you, but I think yeah, it's my first time. If I got it right here, yeah, it's difficult to know. This was second time through that stage. Okay, a different end and different start, but most of it was similar, so it was a bit easier.
Struggling because I got the face mask on as well, so you can't see my mouth. Thanks, Andreas. Okay. Struggling a little bit in the stage for Mikkelsen. He's through. and on his way. Right. So looking at Mikkelsen, Gregor's next, Fabian Crime after that, and then Gryazin. So fastest through the stage at the moment is Mikkelsen, taking a 9 minutes 11.5 through this one. So 9:11.5 for Mikkelsen. Alexei Lukanuk was 3.6 seconds. 3.6 seconds slower. You just swing the camera around to the left there, Chris. You see you've got the MRF guys and the Pirelli guys. They're all, I'm not sure whether they're going to fight in a minute. And if you swing around to the left a bit more, Chris, then we've got the Michelin guys. So we've got the tyre guys from the top 3 of the rally at the moment. So I think they're all friends, maybe. Another one comes towards us. How was your run? Was it good fun?
Yeah, it's good fun. We're still not feeling 100%, but yeah, we're just trying to get through in one piece. So
no worries. Thanks. So far, no one's suffering with any mechanical issues or tyre issues. Just running nice and clean this afternoon. It's going to get quicker, as we say, but Lukanuk is second fastest through this stage. Lukanuk is leading the championship at the moment, but then we've got Nikolai Gryazin, who had that problem. He was leading the rally, Gryazin, on day number 1 in Poland just 2 weekends ago, and on the last stage of the day there, that all went wrong. It also did for Craig Breen in Poland on day number 1 with suspension problems on the rear right of his car in the last stage of the day as well. But today's going pretty well for Craig, and with the MRF tyres running further back on the road today. Good for him, waiting for the next car to come into sight. Grayzin's on the Pirellis. And then we've got Efren Lorena on Michelin. Fabian Crime from Germany is next up. Just looking at the front right of his car, I thought he had a little bit of damage there. No, all good all the way round for Fabian. Whoops, door open. Fabian, how are you getting on? All okay?
Yeah, all okay. I struggled a bit with a lot of dust on the stage, no visibility, but yeah, it is like it is.
All right. Is the car feeling okay? Looking at your car, it seems really...
I don't understand.
Yeah. The car's low. Is it happy?
Yeah. Perfect.
All right, good. So struggling with a lot of dust on the stage for Fabian Crime. Again, just wait for the time to refresh on the board at the stop line here. You know, we've been wearing face masks now for nearly 12 months when we came back and rebooted the ERC in Rally Roma last year. And we're kind of getting used to this at the moment, but for the drivers when they got their helmets on at the end of the stage, and we're talking, it's struggle to sometimes read our lips. Another one comes through to the end. outside, just sorting yourself out at the end of the stage. Do you want your face mask? Times? Oh, you want to see? Hold on, hang on. Let me just get the right stage up. Where are we up to? Stage 5. Talk to us about it while you're looking at the time. Fastest through.
I'm surprised.
Why are you surprised?
Because I'm using the different tire strategy and still it works. So, okay, it's not bad.
Talk to us about your tire strategy. What is it?
I can't tell you. Sorry. It's otherwise people will understand. But I think who knows that knows. But I will tell you after.
All right. But you're happy out in front, yeah? This is like it wasn't.
We need to keep the pace. We need to keep the position for tomorrow.
That's good. Okay, it's a bit like how Poland was last 2 weekends ago. So let's hope it all goes okay for you.
See you. See you.
Okay. All right. The tyre strategy is working, apparently. Tyre strategy is working for Gryazin. He's not going to tell us what the tyre strategy is. He'll tell us later on today when it's all over. Yeah, he's surprised, he's saying. He's surprised with the speed, but fastest through the stage by 3.9 seconds over Mikkelsen. So we're going to have to wait some time now, just before we get Craig Breen and also Craig Breen and Efren Lorena through. Let's have a word with Mikko Marchak. He's next to clear the stage. Mikko, talk to us about the stage. How was it?
Yeah, that was okay. I was trying to push a little bit more, but in some places I made faults during this pushing. My approach to the corners wasn't perfect, but I was trying. There was quite a lot of stones in some places, and I would like not to risk the puncture. And now we are going for the more difficult stage because it will be new for us.
That's good, that's good. All right, thanks very much. There we go, that is Mikko Marchak. A little close for him. You look at the car as it goes off, it just looks so much higher. When we were talking to Fabian Crime a few cars ago, he's driving the Volkswagen and it seems so much lower, but Mikko, he just looks like he sits higher up in the car, almost like the Francois Delacour position where you sit up high, your head is almost hitting the roof of the car and you're hunched over the steering wheel to drive it. But yeah, that Skoda looks a lot higher than Fabian Crime's Volkswagen, so maybe the key is in the success there. I'll have to look at Gryazin's car at the end of the next stage to see what his ride height's all about. But Gryazin fastest through. Andreas Mikkelsen second quickest here. They're actually looking at third fastest as we speak. But coming into this stage this morning, as we just continue looking at some of these beautiful pictures. So 4.9 seconds is the gap between Gryazin and Lorena, and then 1.4 seconds for Craig Breen behind. So Breen could potentially move up a place in this stage if everything works perfectly for him. Let's see how he gets on. So that's 1.4 seconds. So Craig Breen, extremely experienced driver, versus Efren and Lorena, who is getting used to this surface here. And Nikolai Gryazin out in front, who's super quick. A little bit of a gap. Another Russian finishes the stage. Radek, how did you get on? Was it a good run? Good run?
Everything is good. Very fun.
Everything is good, very fun. Chris, we'll just do the opportunity while Radek's here just to have a look around the car. You see the Kevlar patches at the back here. You've probably seen this on rallying before, but the Kevlar's stuck onto the side of the cars in the areas that they're going to get the most gravel damage, and the gravel here is like little bullets being fired into the side of the car. It doesn't take long for the body panels to be just shredded apart by the high-speed Latvian roads. So by protecting the car with the Kevlar on this gravel setup just protects it a little bit longer and saves you wearing away vital metal instead of the what's up? Oh, I got a message. Thanks. Okay. So just being flashed a message about Jaroslav Colton's car, just from the helicopter shots that you could see there, just looking a little bit strange, possibly puncture in rear right area or something like that. At the moment, I haven't got any pictures at the end of the stage because it's so warm here. My equipment stopped. Right, rear right puncture maybe. Another one through. Jason Mitchell in next. Looking back at Jason's car, seems all nice.
Well,
Jason, how is it?
We had a real good run there, but we spun, so we did. So we lost our time again. So it's a bit of a. That's happened a few times today. But look, yeah, we're going good now. We raised the car a bit, and she's handling a lot better now. So happy.
And did you spin as a result of a pace note or driver error?
Sorry?
Did you spin as a result of a pace note error or driver?
Yeah, we get through the rest of the day. Okay, thank you.
Cheers, there we are. Right. So spun in the stage for Jason Mitchell. But looking forward to get through the rest of the day, as he says. Emilio Fernandez, a regular on the ERC in the 2021 season. Let's let his door open. Emilio, how are you getting on?
Yeah, good. Was a good stage for me. I made some mistake, but in general it's good. A good rally. Thank you.
Some mistakes from him, but generally a good rally. So there we are. That's Fernandez, door closed. So we're staying live this afternoon until we talk to Efren Lorena and Craig Breen at the end of the stage. We were touching on it earlier on that they're benefiting from having a sort of a road position that's advantageous for them down the bottom, starting 25th on the road and so on, and being down there, the road has swept clean, so that's good for them for their overall attack on the rally. Which at the moment, after 5 stages here, well, 3 competitive stages, that they're up there on the top 3 position at the moment. So Gryazin out in front, then we've got Efren Lorena and then Craig Breen in third at the moment. But Breen with 1.4 seconds the gap between him and Nikolai Gryazin coming into this stage. It's all to play for in this last stage that we're broadcasting live today. The final stage of the day will be live on ERC Radio. So you saw the onboard pictures and the helicopter shots of Jaroslav Koltan's car before. The Polish driver, his car just looked a bit strange from the helicopter shots. But as he comes towards us here, we thought maybe it might have been a puncture in the rear right. But it looks perfect from here, so it was possibly the angle that the helicopter was flying. Just a little bit of skirt damage around the bottom, but nothing major. Just have a quick look around the rear right. Looks all okay. All okay?
Trying to take a fun.
So no problems with his car as he moves on. There's Koltan through. Right, waiting for another car to arrive at the stop line. Callum Devine is next, so he comes into sight at the end of this 17-kilometre stage. So dusty here now this afternoon. But Devine last year here, when we were here in Rally LIEPΑJA in August last year, had a massive crash, the biggest of his career. But he and his co-driver were both okay at the time. Callum, how are you getting your teeth stuck into it? How is it? Good fun?
Yeah, stage is quite clean, so we enjoyed it. Probably made the setup change a little too hard now, but yeah, look, not too bad. Happy enough to get through it.
Yeah, good. All right, lovely. Thank you. So yeah. So Callum just needing to make a little bit of a setup change now, but happy enough and getting through, as he said, and he disappears into a cloud of dust. You're watching all the action here from the ERC this afternoon. This is the FIA European Rally Championship. It's round 2 of our attack on the European roads this year, taking into some of the best roads that Europe has to offer here in Rally LIEPΑJA for round 2 of the championship. 2 weeks ago we were in Poland. Next up we're going to Rome in 2 weeks' time. The summer sunshine of ERC action continues. Craig Breen next up. Good road position for you today, Craig. You've managed to respond and attack, pushing Efren Lorena. Everything okay for you in there? Car working well? Tyres working well?
Yeah, all grand. Similar to before, it's just some places I make my notes with the aero in mind, or with the WRC aero in mind, and I get so surprised with this and the high-speed stuff. So, but yeah, we're still here.
The rally's one that you know, it's one that you've won. You got good feeling in your water for this weekend?
Yeah, it's just like normal, just try to make some more work with the tyres, that's all we're doing.
Good. All right, there we go. So, fight on this afternoon. Just have a look round Breen's car. All good, he's doing his best. Team just getting some data off the tyres here, temperatures. And that's that. There we go. That's the guys from MRF on their way. They've got using the ERC. It's an interesting story. Using the ERC to develop the MRF tyres for competition. So every temperature probe and every stage end complete. Then they get vital data to send back to India to develop these tyres and progress the type of rubber compounds and the way they are constructed. So going forward, the tyre brand gets stronger and stronger. As you see with a lot of motorsport disciplines, that car manufacturers, tyre manufacturers take the research and development from these events, and then that filters down into road-going cars and consumer products in the future that you and I will purchase in a few years' time after they've gone through their development process. So vital exercise this for MRF. Alberto Battistoli is next up. A little bit of damage from earlier on today after having a puncture. Door open. Alberto, how was it? Okay?
Yeah, it was okay. I was cautious as always, but I enjoyed it a lot, so I'm happy with that. Thank you.
And just some words in Italian for everyone listening. In Italian.
I didn't hear.
In Italian, yeah.
Mi sto divertendo molto perché è una gara bellissima e sto facendo molta esperienza, quindi spero di continuare così. Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Thank you very much. There we go. So that's Alberto Battistoli. You see the damage on the back left there from the puncture in stage number 2 today. Moves on. Right. More beautiful pictures here this weekend from the stop line of stage number 5 here in Rally LIEPājA. This country is so beautiful. When we were driving up from LIEPājA this morning to Talsi, so we were up in the north of the country, and driving up here this morning we spent 2 hours on the road, and it's absolutely stunning. The roads are wide and the fields are just full of crops being grown. You've got wheatgrass being grown, corn being grown. It's a real sort of, production factory here in Latvia. You've just got this rolling countryside, which is all fertile. Not a very tall country either, just off the Baltic Sea. I'll have to look online, but it's not very tall at all in terms of height above sea level. So not many hills to have here in Latvia, but it's absolutely stunning. And a country as well with such a tiny population. Most of them live in Riga, the capital, and there's just a few that live out in the countryside. So Lars arrives at the stop line. Kind of a gentleman driver. We've seen him on the ERC before. He's taking his helmet off. Tyres looking good. Lars, are you going to talk to us? Yeah, good. Get the door open. Lars, how are you? I'm good. How are you? How are you getting on? How was the run?
It's very hot. I don't hear you, but it's hot and it's great. Basically, we're here. Thanks.
We're here. It's hot and it's great. What more do you need? Again, with one spare tyre in the back. And that's Lars through. Enjoying his drive. It's hot in there. Imagine how warm it is. It's hot out here at 30 degrees or thereabouts inside the car when you've got the Nomex, the race suits on, and you're strapped in with no air conditioning in those cars. Yeah, tough work. You probably can't hear that on the microphone, but just the sound of the cars in the last section of the stage. This is Ken Thorne coming towards us. Ken using one of these new Fiesta Rally 3 cars, ERC Junior driver. Amazing little car, these built by M Sport Poland. I had the debut for these cars in Poland just 2 weeks ago. Ken, how are you getting on? Everything okay?
Yeah, all okay. Really nice stage again. Yeah, really enjoyable to drive.
What's this car like on full power, full throttle in the stage when you're flat out? Is it good fun?
It's okay, for sure. If we get a little bit more power, then it's more enjoyable. But it is how it is, and yeah, let's see. Hopefully, it's progress.
That's good. Thanks very much. So, see how it is. Listen to this car as it pulls off. It's 3-cylinder. So it's a 3-cylinder 1.5 four-wheel drive car. This is the new Rally 3 Fiesta in the ERC Junior category. It's yeah, beautiful. As you can see from our helicopter, they're just flying overhead as well, over the top. And there we go as the next car comes towards us, and we're just bringing in the Rally, well, on the podium at the moment. Coming in towards us, Efren Lorena. Just have to wait for the times to refresh at the end of the stage while Efren sorts himself out, and then see whether Craig has managed to take that position from him. Efren just waiting for the times to come in here, see how that battle's going with you and Craig Breen. You lose a position to him.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Here, honestly, I don't attack 100% because I thought that I had a puncture since the first part of the start of the stage. So, okay, we will see the next one.
Okay, good. How's the car feeling though? Are you happy with the car?
Yeah, really good. The setup is perfect.
Okay, good. All right, thank you. That's right. Efren Lorena then loses a position to Craig Breen at the end of stage number 5. The guys from Michelin move on. So Efren Lorena is part of the Michelin Talent Factory, which we'll talk to you about over the weekend. But the guys from Michelin are moving on right now. Efren Lorena, unfortunately, in that 1.4 second gap to Craig Breen coming into the stage, swaps a position now, and it's 4.4 seconds the difference now. Craig Breen taking time out of Efren Lorena. Craig Breen experienced on this surface. It's a rally that he's won before. Nikolai Gryazin is leading at the moment. So Gryazin has a 9.6 second difference, an advantage over Craig Breen in second position. Efren Lorena is in third position overall, 4.4 seconds the gap. After 5 competitive stages, or after 5 stages, and after 3 competitive stages here in Rally LIEPΑJA, the gap between the top 3 is just 14 seconds. Championship leader Alexei Lukyanuk is languishing in 4th position overall, 6.9 seconds off that elusive 3rd position and that silverware at the moment. But we've got another stage to come this afternoon. We've got more stages tomorrow. We're going to be live on ERC Radio at the next stage with Julian Porter now, and we'll be live tomorrow morning on YouTube and Facebook for you as well. But keep across all the action on FIAERC.com. And as the drivers take the road section to the next stage where Julian is, we're going to play out with this VT from last night doing this iconic street stage and the city parade round LIEPΑJA. We'll catch you later on.